Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Imprint Explained. And today we're coming from a topic in the Indian economy. So, what has happened is that the RBI has cut the repo rate again and it has come down to 4%. Right. So, Shakti Kanta Das said that the RBI will continue to remain vigilant in its battle readiness to use all its instruments and even fashion new ones as the recent experience has demonstrated. So he says that we will actually try to help to improve demand. So they're decreasing the repo rate, and they also said that they might even decrease it further. So now there is actually a continuing demand, whether there'll be restructuring of loans. So we'll talk about that as well. Further, the loan moratorium has been extended till 31st of August. So this is what has happened. So let's continue this our discussion. So just to revise, so RBI MPC decisions on May the 22nd. So on the basis of the assessment of the current and ongoing macroeconomic situation, the Monetary Policy Committee at its meeting decided to, number one, they reduce the policy repo, right? So the repo, the policy repo is the rate at which banks, get money from the RBI. So this has come down to 4%, right? 4.4 with immediate effect. Further, the marginal standing rate, further the marginal standing facility rate and the bank rate obviously goes down accordingly because they are linked to the repo rate. So, and the reverse repo also has been reduced to 3.35. Now, what happened was when the liquidity measures were taken by RBI in May, what happened in April that more than a lakh crore or rupees were parked in the RBI. Okay, and the parking rate is known as a reverse repo rate. So that has been further reduced so that the banks cannot park the money. I think this should be reduced even further so that this parking of money to the RBI stops. And there's actual transmission. So what the MPC is saying that we have decided to continue with this accommodative stance as long as it's necessary to revive growth and mitigate the impact of COVID on the economy while ensuring that the inflation remains within the target. The idea is that when you're following such a cheap money policy, so when you reduce the repo rate, it is known as a cheap money policy. So if you're following this cheap money policy, what happens is inflation tends to be, there's to increase in inflation, and the MPC has this target objective of a medium term. So what is the target of the MPC? That the consumer price index remains 4% plus minus 2. So the range has to be 2 to 6%. Right. And now, what is we actually seeing? We're seeing a negative inflation, at least in the WPI. I think the new numbers will come for the CPI, but it's very difficult to measure anything because nothing is being sold in the lockdown in some ways. So negative inflation. So there's no threat of that. This was the article in the Hindu, right? RBI cuts down the rate again, and we talked about that. So what happened in the meeting was a lot of members said that okay, we reduce to 4%. Chetan Ghate, one of the members, he said let's do a 0.25 cut, but others said the zero point 0.4 cut should be there. RBI basically for the first time has talked about the fact that domestic economy has been severely impacted by the 2 month lockdown, and the top six industrialized states account for 60% are largely in red or orange zone. So remember the integration of Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Delhi, NCR with China is very, very strong. And obviously, remember, it's a traveler's disease. This disease is a disease of the rich, the COVID. So obviously, these are red and orange. And therefore, these obviously would lead to huge problems. Then it says high frequency indicators point to the collapse of demand beginning in March 2020, both across urban and rural segments. So this is what RBI has been talking about. Now, other things which have happened obviously is the RBI extends moratorium by 3 months. Facility is also for borrowers who did not opt for the same in March, right? So the RBI has extended the moratorium on repayments for term loans for another 3 months till August 31st. What they're saying, all other conditions facility remain unchanged. The loan will not be classified by the lenders as non-performing, and there will be not any impact on the individual credit score if you tend to. But the problem is this is not enough, to be honest. What is required is a restructuring of these loans, because the interest payments are still going on. It really doesn't help out, right? If people have to pay in bulk later on. So, and that thing, that clarity should have, actually be given, right? Now look at this. In Feb of 19, the repo and reverse repo was at 6 and 6 and 0.25. It has come down in a year or so to 3.35 and 4. So big difference. Okay. Uh, what the FM actually wants is that this should lead to some kind of a decrease in lending rate. So hours after the RBI reduced the interest rates, Nirmala Sitharaman conveyed to the public sector banks in no uncertain terms that the government expects the banks to reduce lending rates, which was required to kickstart the economy. So this is necessary. So FM wants the interest rate transmission. She wants to cut rates as quickly as possible as customers benefit, right? So this is something which still has not been done. Transmission is not happening. Still, the reason obviously is the fact the banks are in a huge NPA, so they themselves can't do too much. Then there is no relaxation. Banks obviously were disappointed that the central bank gave no indication of relaxing norms, debt restructuring, right, despite requests from lenders. The banks have made to make higher provision for restructuring debt, which are standard assets, which means the lenders have to set aside higher amount of capitals. So this is a huge problem. So this is something that is required. At the end of the day, what the banks want is that it should be allowed to restructure. Okay, right. And banking financial sectors were worst hit on the market as the RBI kept mum on the moratorium, right? And so that also led to a decline, right? So RBI has not announced any relief on the restructuring of loans to address the rising asset quality issues in the banking sector. And this has come as a disappointment for the equity markets, and therefore the equity markets fell. HDFC, ICICI, Hindustan, Bajaj Finserv, all of them fell down. So these things have also happened. Uh, Something which the RBI said, which is very scary. So the RBI said the GDP will contract. First time I think in directly somebody has said that there will be financial recession in India. So with that, the Sensex closed 0.84 points. Though obviously, I would say that everybody knows this. When you lose 2 months to lockdown, let's say every month, let's say 100% of GDP. So for 1 month, it's like 100 by 12. So that is what a particular month's GDP is like 8.33%. So that 8.33, let's say we are losing a month, so that's 8.3. So anyhow, you are going down. So you're in negative territory anyway. Okay, so what is the Hindu editorial talking about? So the Hindu editorial is saying that time after time, that's the heading of and it's very apt. So with this, it appears that the central bank may not have played its rate cut card for now, as prudence would dictate, but it reserves some leverage for the future if economic conditions deteriorate even further. Okay. So the idea is this is nothing but a sentimental booster because economic activity is at its another. There are not many investment proposals on the anvil which may benefit from their low interest rate. The extension of the moratorium is welcome. Right, a large number of commercial borrowers have availed of themselves moratorium, but retail borrowers haven't not because it makes no sense for somebody, right, to pay a higher rate of interest, pay more interest, right? So I think the restructuring, if it doesn't happen, makes no sense. Yet going forward, they may be opting because extended lockdown has left many a business in shambles. Salaries have been delayed, payments are delayed all across India right now, or are dispersed with delays. RBI has also shown empathy by allowing accumulated interest in working capital loans to be converted into a term loan. This is important. Basically, it means if so, I was supposed to pay some X amount as interest during this period. Now this is converted to another loan. Okay, and obviously this can be payable by the end of this. But how the hell will I pay in this fiscal? That's debatable this year. But at the same time, right, after the moratorium period, you might have been forced to pay all the interest dues at one go, which was anyhow not possible. So the question becomes is the restructuring of loans next? The extended period given may still not be enough as offers borrowers obviously 7 months from the end of the moratorium period from which they will have to crank up their business service. That's not going to happen. Okay, so RBI could have put out the accumulated interest payments by 1 year. It might well find a situation where it is forced to pay another extension review in the next few months. Increase in the group exposure limit for banks to 30% from 25% will help corporate bank borrowers who find themselves handicapped in raising funds for the market now. So this might be important. There's some disappointment because obviously they did not relax norms for loan restructuring by lenders. Right, but I think RBI basically is keeping its cards close to its chest because right now we don't know how much distress is there. But obviously, it will be difficult to propose the right restructuring norms. Chances are the next announcements we will have this restructuring. Right. Thank you so much for listening. Do like and subscribe. Join our Telegram channel. If you have any doubts about this, do ask. Right. Do comment. You can even call us at our number 6280187919 if you have any doubts. Right. Or you can leave a comment. Thank you so much for listening.